Atul Thakker. I am the Managing Director of Minosha India Limited. With me, we have
I'm Steve Berger with Ricoh Asia Pacific. I am the Vice President General Manager of Marketing and Technology for Ricoh in the APAC region.
I would like if you can give us an update on the portfolio of the products and solutions and services that you're currently offering in this geography, and specifically in India.
Yeah, sure. I'll
so
add
we
on.
we have as a long-term distributor of Ricoh, we have access to the complete suite of products, beginning from laser printers which have been launched today, to the multifunction printers, to the production printers, and we also have management solutions, the document management solutions which Ricoh offers and which we have been selling to our customers for the last 12-15 years.
Okay, you would like to add something, Steve?
No, I would just say that we have a full line of print products and document solutions. And as Ricoh builds new portfolio items in the future, we're focusing on four areas of expertise: hybrid workplace, workflow automation, cloud and IT, and cybersecurity. And we're going to be supporting Minosha to enable those offerings and business solutions across India.
I'd come to a little bit about Ricoh in India, and but before that, I'd like to talk about a little brief on the launches that happened today on the laser printers that you mentioned, and as you mentioned, the product lines. So, if you can give a little bit detail on the use cases on the products that are available now.
Yeah, sure. So Ricoh today with Minosha, we launched five products, what we call in our A4 product lines, which means a smaller footprint of our typical centralized office printing devices. But what I would say is that what Ricoh's technology innovation has taken all that know-how and 40 plus years of manufacturing experience, where we made pretty robust higher end machines. We've taken that capability and shrunk it down into a smaller footprint. As customers or as businesses are going to more hybrid workplace, the requirements for centralized print devices in the office become a little less. So we've taken that technology, and today's all about launching these four products that have the latest speeds and feeds, really fast, great scanning speed. Many of them are Android operating systems with full APIs that can run all kinds of document solutions. And then adding that technology innovation combined with Minosha's on-site service, because customers want when something's broken to fix it quick. If we provide a lot of value to the customers of India.
Okay, you'd like to add something?
And extremely
Okay, so specifically, I would like now more or less these product lines have been talked about, these solutions, and specifically in the Indian market, which are the verticals? Where do you see the maximum traction coming from? And briefly, obviously, but it's a document solution management. So, what sort of use cases do you foresee in the verticals where you see more traction?
So typically any organization which has more than a single printer, where you have multiple printers, it could be on the same floor, or it could be on different floors, or it could be in different geographies. When you want to manage the whole system of printing, and you need security, you need to know who has identified, who has printed, you need to set controls on who will be able to print how many quantities in a period. For all that, we have this document management systems, and this is what has been sold as a solution.
What about, see, unlike earlier, now even the managed printing solution has moved to a cloud environment, and interconnected offices are remotely printing it. So, how do you see that adoption increasing?
Typically, we sell the solution, and then it's up to the client to decide whether he wants to keep that solution on the server or on the cloud. We have no say, because then it's the client's internal security issue. So we are there only to support them for the solution. We can't take decisions.
Okay. And what about especially the security aspect? And when a lot of remote printing and this document
Sure.
management is happening, how do you ensure the security
Yeah,
mechanism
so
is?
adding to what Atul talked about, because you asked a question about some vertical focus, I would say that in the past there were certain industries across the world and in India, financial and healthcare that were more paper intensive
Exactly.
that were applicable. But we're finding post COVID with remote work, printing, automation, security requirements have completely changed direction. Everything from a small customer to your enterprise wise customers looking for some capability with that. The small customer, remote worker, they have a recipe secret they're looking to protect. The enterprise might have financial documents. So what I think where I would add to what Atul said is Ricoh technology can provide any level of that. It's what the customer wants to implement, and Minosha can help them implement and support them whatever they want. I mean, we have cloud printing technologies built in that machine that can do guest printing, remote printing. You can log how many prints Steve made that day, where did he print from, and so on. So as robust as you want to go, we have the technology. It's Minosha matching the customer requirements with, quite frankly, sometimes the budget, but also what they want to, how they want to support it as well.
So when you are talking about, and obviously this has happened more post COVID also, this mode of operation, this change, how has that impacted the revenue model? The way where earlier, so in this kind of solution, the billing to the customer.
You want to talk about India first, or you want me to talk about APAC in general?
Typically, Rajneesh, when you look at a solution, the margins always would be high.
Exactly.
And the software products, you get higher margins. So, but I wouldn't know about Ricoh's revenues and margins.
Yeah, so the question in APAC, what I would say is that post COVID, print volumes took a pretty big hit.
Mm.
As we move further along, print volume's coming back up. Print is different. We're seeing our print volume is about 80-85% it was post COVID. So we're
Okay.
supplementing that with software as a service.
Mm.
The software as a service is a longer sales cycle, needs more education, needs more decision making at the company. So it's I would say it's the offset's happening, but as you get wider and deeper in a company with more, how would you say, business critical solutions, that provides value and that can add to actually generate more revenue.
But isn't there an inherent challenge in what you were saying? When you're talking about software as a service, that sort of cannibalizes the traditional printing.
So in some ways, I'll give you a perfect example. So obviously, you have a financial institution that prints. Okay, come back to COVID, people go remote. Generically, I'm not talking about India per se, but now what if I can process and automate all their invoices, all their billing statements to the customers?
Okay.
Right? I could switch a print volume to hey, I can scan per invoice, or I could digitize that for you. That's a lot more important to their core business than their print. So what we're working on in the solutions we're providing Minosha to talk to their customers now are to have those conversations. We have these great printing engines, technology, go with it. But now all the document solutions have a new form. Wait a minute, I can go wider and deeper into that account and provide them more value. We look globally, print budget at a customer. IT spend on print is say 11% of the IT budget. What about that other 89%? Can I provide workflow? Can I provide IT services? So that's where we see this dynamic happen. We make as much money as we want to support our customers, all their print needs. But wait a minute, we want them to think of Minosha and Ricoh in other ways now. So that's kind of where we're going.
So, as Minosha as a distributor for Indian market, how do you see the market, and especially what Steve is also talking about post-COVID, this shift that is happening? So, how do you see the solution adoption happening in India?
We are looking at a very aggressive acceptance of these solutions when they will be launched. So some of the solutions have not been launched in India; they have just been launched in Asia Pacific. So, but frankly, as Steve said, we are just touching 11% of the budget of a client. That 89% is still for us to grab. So
And this
pie is much bigger than what we were actually addressing right now.
and that 11% even budget, when you're talking only about the hardware,
Yes.
then the margins are much less, obviously. So the solution. So overall, Rico, what sort of go-to-market strategy Minosha would be part of that GTM? What
Sure.
sort of model you
So
follow?
what I like to talk about is at Ricoh, we've roughly any place in the world we're number one, two, or three in print. You know, it's us and our competitors. So I don't have to name them. What we're looking for is how do we get the best customer engagement, country by country, city by city, and so on. And in India, we want to. This, in my mind, this is the first step. New technology, new printer innovation. Great, let's go. We see Minosha and their partners as the key enablers to get us as many customers or to engage with as many customers as we can across India.
Okay. So how many Ricoh customers Minosha has in India?
We are currently servicing more than 5,000 active customers. These are the direct customers.
Okay.
But we have a network of 250 plus channel partners.
So these customers, 5,000, when you're saying these are the organizations or these are the.
These are the businesses whom we
Oh,
support
okay. So
directly
and
through our
directly.
direct service team of 200
And
plus people.
partners, how many you mentioned?
We have 250 plus partners.
Okay.
So you can do the math. A huge number of Ricoh machines which are being supported.
What about the competition and how do you sort of differentiate yourself uniquely there?
Is our unique selling point. We have a pan-India network. We cover 600 plus districts for servicing. So any client, whether he has a pan-India presence, whether he's in a remote tier 2, tier 3 city, we are there to service. And I think that network, frankly, is not available with the competition.
Okay. What about Ricoh as a solution provider? Had a long history in India, and in between there were a lot of issues involved, and then there has to be a revival sort of thing in Indian market. So, how do you see your Indian legacy, and how do you see the path going ahead?
So I'll just take it. So frankly, Minosha's DNA is Ricoh. We strongly respect the legacy of Ricoh. 60 plus % of the people who work with Minosha are ex-Ricohites. So as I said,
Okay.
that's why strongly we have the legacy and the DNA. So I don't see any difference.
Okay.
I don't see.
Okay. And going ahead, what would be the key focus areas?
Well, I think you're seeing this today. This is a key technology innovation launch. And then going forward, work with Minosha on all the latest solutions and services technology that we can provide so they can provide it to the India business space or customer base.
So, any sort of target you have in mind? And
where we spent a workshop yesterday, today, it's unlimited. It's going to stay tuned. It's going to be pretty crazy, but we're excited about moving forward.
Okay. Okay. Thanks a lot.